Welcome back, cyber traders. Good morning. How's everybody doing this wonderful Thursday? Wednesday. Oh my God, that was Thursday. Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live. We got a couple of really nice runners in pre-market. Really excited. We got a couple of stocks. I think you guys are doing great this morning. Who actually traded this? I know we got a couple of traders who traded this morning. I know some of you got this stock right here, the EFOI, and what was the other one? XELA. Everybody do it? Wayne, you got in? Way to go, Wayne. There you go. Deborah, you got it? Good, 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 good. I don't know anyone here on YouTube, Facebook Live, but just I'll kind of share that with you. I don't know, it's going to double up over here, but you could see some of you guys did get in that trade a little bit right there, but so I got to be in pre-market, everybody. Got to get in pre-market, but really nice. I really like the EFIO going up beautifully. You know, I had a major resistance levels right above around that 350 price. Finally, it got past it. You can see actually 340. And once it got past that, the thing did really, really well. And then the XILA, it was a huge iceberg order out there. And we're going to talk about that one too. But anyway, let's talk about what happened yesterday. We had a couple of stock. It wasn't the greatest day yesterday, but let me tell you, we did phase 3. It was a great class. I think if you get an opportunity, definitely watch it. Friday, which was it? No, yesterday in the close. You know, it's pretty funny, but a lot of you need to kind of understand. And when you keep coming back, you get it. I really thought Friday was good. I thought yesterday afternoon was going to stink. We're looking, we're shopping. It was just nothing going up. We're looking it out. We're checking it out. And all of a sudden, I remember we say that the two best times to trade is 3:30 and 345. We didn't get anything till about 345, and then finally we had a really nice push in the stock. And the big thing that I think we learned yesterday, if you're a student of Cybertrade University and you have access to our classes, that you can't go broke taking profits. If you meet your money, you made it. We did money yesterday, but we did leave a lot on the table. And you know what? Half of you agreed, half of you want to stick with it. And we kind of learned how that kind of worked out. But it was a great lesson overall. And don't worry if you missed it. Remember, we do it every month here. We do our typical phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and we'll be starting a new cycle starting in January again. So this is where things start winding down. Market's up about 26 points. We had a nice little rally, big recovery in the past 2 days, almost 1,000 points. But don't get too cocky, okay, guys? Just focus on the day's pay, and let's just get through December. Okay, it's not the greatest month overall. Now, regarding what we traded yesterday, let's do a couple of, before we start going through the watch list, let's start off with this EN, right here, hold on. So we had this ENCO right here. You can see how the stock had a really, really nice push. Stock literally went from $1.30 all the way to about $2.80. It was the bad thing about this is that it kind of like came out in the middle of the day. It wasn't our typical 9:30, mover right there. It was one of the pre-markets, but like we said yesterday, same thing in yesterday's class, morning meeting. Sometimes some of you can't trade the morning, can't trade the afternoon. Maybe you want to trade through lunchtime. Well, you can trade through lunchtime. Sometimes we get these big runners, and that ENSC was one of them. The other one was the SYTA. That one also, that one was a morning mover. That one moved pretty nicely. We traded that yesterday. You could see it. It didn't have the greatest pre-market. It had a good pop. Did a bit of slingshot, and then went from 440 all the way up to about 640 by 10 o'clock. So less than 30 minutes, stock moved about $2, had a nice little shake right around 540. You do the math. If you bought 1,000 shares of that, if you made half that move, made $1, $250,000, who doesn't want that job, and you're done for the day. Then you can go out and enjoy the rest of your day. So that really was pretty much it. There wasn't a lot going on yesterday, but usually we get a lot more stocks on the watch list. But basically that's what we ended up with. And there were a couple of brand names. We know the market had a nice rally, but the problem with the Dow yesterday, I'm going to bring this up and just kind of show you. So it had at 9:30, it had its move. It went from like 35,600, went all the way to 35,007. So it went up about another 150 points. And then right after 10 o'clock, look, it was flatline. And then we had a little correction going into the close. Stock came down, and then we had a somewhat of a pop right there. Could have been some short covering, whatever it may be. But it really didn't do that much. We had that big pop, and that was it. So you had to kind of make your money early, and that was it. All right, so what's going on this morning? So anyway, a couple of stocks did show up on my list. We have actually a pretty big list. And honestly, I think this morning's watch list was better than yesterday's. So I'll start off with the XELA. So we all see the stock, XELA, very nice mover. It was a very cheap stock. It started right around 8:30. I think a lot of you guys saw the stock around $1.24. Some of you jumped in. Nice move. Big. Look, almost 39 million shares already traded in pre-market. No one here even knows, what even pre-market is. Don't even know they had access to it. I did an event yesterday with Mad Hedge Fund. We had about 7 presenters there. I know some of you guys attended that. And people like, how do I get pre-market? I was getting so many emails, people asking me about this stuff. So anyway, I took basically, you got to learn how to trade, and that's why a lot of people signed up. And if you did sign up, let me tell you, you got some big surprises coming across you when you see what happens in the trading room. But you got to do it the right way. So anyway, this stock, a lot of you guys did pretty well on it. It was cheap, was inexpensive. You could trade a lot of shares of it. Not have a problem getting out of it. Regarding about the level 4, I just want to point this out right here. So you had a big iceberg order right here for about almost 100,000 shares, and it kind of made a little bit of a pop. I know he's out there at $1.35, so that's a big support level right there. So we're going to keep an eye on right around this price where we're at. If it holds here, then obviously the stock will back off. It could have just been a good, nice little pre-market. But a lot of you guys got in, got out, you made your money, and it's exactly what you need to do. EFIO, another stock, that's the one we called out earlier. This stock had a really nice push around 8:30. You could see it right here, how the stock literally popped right from about 287 and shot up to almost about 380. Great mover. I was a little impressed to kind of busted through this resistance levels. You could see it here on the long-term chart. And when I looked at level 4, there was a lot of buyers right around that 350. Took the guy out. Now that 350 is going to be major support. Looks like it's trying to make a little bit of a move, trying to make a little bit of a turn up a little bit. Not really seeing that many buyers right now. Got a couple of big buyers around 380, 379 for about 17,000, 13,000. Got a nice 21,000 share buy around 350. Other than that, in between, you got thousands, 300s, 500s. Remember, it's all about the iceberg orders. We got to see where those big block orders follow those institutions. But it just made a little bit of a nice pop. Oh, there it goes. You can see it just went right now. It just made a nice little move. So that stock looks really, really strong. I can see it testing somewhere around a little bit above 4. That's where I see the next resistance. Do I see any orders out there? Yeah. Okay, so I'll bring this up so some of you here on YouTube know what we're talking about. So right here, we got about 27,000 share seller. It looks like he had a bigger order out there. It looks like it took a little bit of away from it. You got some volume that's just starting to kicking in right here. So that looks pretty cool. And I know some of you guys are doing pretty well on it that are in it. A couple of the stocks I want to just jump on. ET. Stock took a big hit, and this ain't the ET you think about, extraterrestrial. The ET show, this is basically Energy Transfers. Another, I like the name, though. I like the symbols. Can't forget that one. But this stock took a big hit from 11, went down to 8. It's got a nice downtrend. It's got a nice spread. Good volume. It's not really moving that much, but I just like what it's doing in pre-market, and that's what we'll always focus on. RLX, another stock. That was a stock that was on the morning watch list. Stock did really well at 7 o'clock. It started backing off around 8, and now it's starting to test some highs, but it is one of the ETFs, so be very careful of that. You know how we got to be really careful because it's kind of hard to see some of the iceberg orders on that. Boyle took a major – I spelled it wrong. Boyle took a major hit. It was a $90 stock back in September, October. Stock came down to $20. I'm just kind of throwing it out there because it made a little bit of a comeback. It's got major support back levels in around April. This could probably be a little bit of a swing trade, but this stock got crushed. But also remember, it is an ETF. And you know how we feel about that? Just like was it RLX? PSFG, another stock that took a big hit. I kind of like this one too because it's starting to make a little bit of a comeback. A gap down. It took a big hit from $8. You know I'm a big bottom fish guy. And the past 2 days, it looks like it's trending up. If it can get past this $4, then it probably could test this resistance levels right here, right around 450. Once again, we got not all of us are going to jump on certain stocks, and we'll miss this one, miss that one. So we try to be very diversified. There was these other stocks I did find. I put this on the B list. We'll see. You had this AUUD. The stock's up 14%. The stock, you remember, we traded went from $2 to $9. Let me just bring this up back 2 days. So it looked like it had a big run up early this morning. It came back down. So, sometimes these things come out of nowhere and all of a sudden they come back. So I always like to put those on, on the B list. This stock also, DARL, really gapped up pretty nicely the last couple of days, went from $1.80 to about $3.20, and now she's starting to trend down. If she holds here, then it could probably go up because it's got, when it opened up on that gap from yesterday, that's really where it kind of held right here. It looks like it's holding. So we'll see how it holds here. If it does, the stock can make a little bit of a push. And LEXX is another one that I kind of found too that was up about 17%, 5 million shares. But there's another one trending down, gap fill. Just want to give us a little bit more of an option out there. But this is not on the priority list. It's not on the A list. It's on the B list. All right. Now, anything we missed that I did not call out? Anything out there that we did not call out? I tell you that EFOL, what a nice trending moving stock though. Mark says the ISIG just popped. I'd love to hear. Wow, what good call. All right. That was a stock that we had yesterday, the last couple of days. That stock went from 5 to 13. Beautiful. ISIG. Let's go hop on, see what's going on with the orders, see if all these institutions are jumping in, all these algorithms. Don't chase. We talked about that in phase 3. Don't worry. It's not going anywhere. Market's not open up. All right. I'm just seeing some big orders jumping in. I'm not seeing a lot of iceberg orders, a lot of 3,000s, 2,100. So you could even tell by level 2, you can see tier size are very, very small. So it's a very speculative stock. So don't let the $12 fool you, like I always say. Here you're talking about a stock that's probably, in a category 3 or 4. Okay. Charles, you got in at 02 and you got out at 49. There we go. Beautiful. Like that. Way to go. Let me just copy and paste that. Some people on YouTube, Facebook Live don't know that people actually make money doing this in pre-market. There you go. By the way, you can always meet Charles in the room if you ever wanted to. All right, Charles, way to go. All right, guys, listen, happy trading. Be safe. Let's get ready for the market open. We've got about 15 minutes. We'll start a commentary, and then if you're watching this on a recording or on YouTube, Facebook Live, just like us, friend us, just do a trial for $9. If you don't like it, we'll give you money back and join our trading room for at least a week and see how it goes. And worst thing could happen is you learn something and maybe find out something for you for a new career. If you're new here to Cyber Trade University, please make sure you talk to education advisor. I can't stress that enough. You want to do this right. You want to have fun. You want to know if you could do this for the rest of your life. You want to be able to do it right. Please take the time to use the tools in your toolbox and use our staff, and really appreciate the customer service that we do. Cyber traders, hope you enjoy class. Let's go out there and make some money today. All right. Be safe.